Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. This one's going to be a little different because I would like to discuss a few things about Inspire and how it's going to work. The footage you are currently seeing is hours worth of Inspire gameplay that wasn't particularly exciting to watch. So I'll be condensing it into this video whilst I talk about different aspects of Inspire. With any server, there's always a set of rules. However, we're trying not to overly protect the server because sometimes chaos is necessary. So obviously the main rules are no griefing unless it's needed for something, I'll discuss in a minute. Don't get too upset at what happens on the server. If someone kills you on accident, don't take it seriously. No X-raying. I know every single server owner says this, but come on, it's true. It really does ruin the experience. And no stealing valuables unless you promise to repay or return them. Borrowing items such as cobblestone and dirt is fine because they are easy items to collect. Secondly, Inspire won't only be your generic survival server with friends. No, that's boring. We wanted to add lore to Inspire. We wanted to add a bit of life into the server. Now you may be asking, what the hell is lore? Well, my friends, lore is where we make up our own story as we play the game to make it more interesting for you to watch. Now, don't expect lore all the time though. Some of us do have things to do on the server that isn't lore based. So sometimes when you're viewing someone's video, it could be story based or it could be building and hanging out together. Now, how will the lore work? Well, each player on Inspire will have a set amount of canon lives. Canon lives are the amount of lives a person has, but only through lore. So if the story needs someone to die, they will lose one canon life. And if you lose all your canon lives, then your story has come to a close. However, these lore lives have nothing to do with the vanilla side of Inspire. So say you die from a creeper when no lore is being taken place, you won't lose a life. Now you may be thinking, doesn't that sound awfully like the Dream SMP? Yes, that's because it is. We've took heavy inspiration from popular servers like the Dream SMP for their lore and Hermitcraft for their building aspect. So whenever you see lore in our video titles, you know it's going to be exciting, hopefully. Of course I won't be telling you what we have planned because that's spoilers, but trust me, it's going to be really awesome and I think you'll enjoy it. Another thing I'd like to add is not every single member will put out content on Twitch channels or YouTube channels because it's not something they are interested in, but that won't stop them from being in other people's videos. Aside from the lore, we want to invite more people to Inspire, so now and again you may see some fresh faces on the server. Now I've kept you waiting long enough, we have some recapping to do and a bit of funny moments. Now just remember, we're all doing this for fun, and as long as people's messes get cleaned up and nothing major is harmed, we can all walk away happy knowing that we had a blast.
You're so dumb.
You thought. Why don't we just forget that ever happened? Let's go build a frog-like farm. Now while this time-lapse is playing, I'll explain exactly what I am doing. So if you can't tell, I am building a frog-like farm to eventually build a frog-like shop. These blocks look really good, so I wanted some of them to use in future builds. Now, the way this farm works is that due to biomes being the basalt deltas, we should only get magma spawns. The powdered snow blocks are placed to split the giant cubes into smaller variants, which make more magma cubes, which makes more frog lights. The cubes will get eaten by the different frogs, which will produce us some lights. Then we will need a simple minecart collection system, and then it's all sorted. So then I AFK'd for about 3 hours, I believe, while I went to touch grass. So while I was constructing this shop, I just sort of let my imagination go wild and see what I could come up with the resources I have. So with the floor here, you can see that I'm using copper and warped wood. Because I was like, this oxidized copper might look good with the contrast as a good blue floor. But I really didn't have any idea of what I wanted the shop to look like, so I just went with the flow. And it actually turned out alright, to be honest. I have no idea why, but I wanted to be really fancy with the door and use a skulk sensor, so when you walk past it would open. However, making that so only footsteps would activate it was pretty challenging, but I managed to do it and it looked really good. So now the last thing I needed to do was fill the shop with all the frog lights I was selling, and I decided to do a bonus magma cream side special sale because I managed to get a few from the shop and I hoped it would get any sales. Future me talking, it really didn't. However, that concludes the building of the shop and I am quite pleased with how it turned out, to be honest. Now with the shop up and running, I now had a chance at earning some diamonds and life was good, life was great. Until I decided to go to the end, so I could find myself some elytra. Now you see, the end isn't a safe place. No, 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 no. It's very, very dangerous, you know. Floating islands, you can fall pretty much everywhere. And fall is what I've done. So yeah, I just died in the end and lost all my gear. Though I'm not too bummed, I could easily get it back again. It might take like a couple of hours, but that's what Minecraft is, sadly. You win some, you lose some, and today we lost some. But because we have a healthy amount of diamonds and an absurd amount of emeralds, I'm easily able to get myself back up to a pretty decent spot. Now after those events, I wanted to make myself a slime farm to get some slime so I could do some redstone. As you can see, this is a very big farm. I had to mine out a very large chunk, 3 chunks in fact. It was a like triple chunk slime farm because I wanted as much slime as I could possibly get. However, as soon as I constructed the farm, I realised that I think they patched it in 1.19 because of the spawning mechanics being changed. It just no longer works, which really sucks. So that's basically what I've been up to on the server with the footage I had from the past weeks. I've been quite busy on the server, but I'm enjoying every single second of it. Here you can see someone's built a trident farm, but it doesn't actually work. And a few new buildings that have popped up. Some are finished, some are not, but you'll just have to wait. We even got Flab Flob Road. It's a road dedicated to Flab Flob. We also got a clean looking mini nether hub to keep us safe from nether mobs, except magma cubes. There's a tunnel that leads to a future minigame district that I'll show just a second. So this is our shopping district. We don't have a lot of shops currently, but as time goes on, more will be constructed. Fog lights, we've got minerals, we've got books, and that's about it. Ooh, I made 1 diamond. Nice, and a piece of bamboo. Great. Here we have our minigame district, although it looks quite empty with only 1 game. But that will change, I promise. Me and Flexa spoke together and we were thinking of making a massive ice boat racing game, which will probably be around this area. But that's about it for this video. I am very sorry this episode took a while to upload. This one was a bit of a weird one because I mostly did voiceovers, which I don't normally do, but I kind of enjoyed doing it, so I guess that's a win. If you enjoyed, make sure you like the video and subscribe so I know if you want to see more. And I'll see you in the next one.